Hello world, how y'all doing? It's your boy Boss Rider checking in again for Navigate Logistics, and I'd like to welcome y'all back to the channel. Hope everybody having a good holiday. It's December 23rd and Christmas right around the corner, a couple days. And hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. Peak season is just about to wrap up, and I'm gonna do my review on peak season in the beginning of the new year. So everybody stay tuned for that. First and foremost, can I get that like? You can join the tribe and subscribe, and you can share if you really care. Today's topic, I just want to touch on some of these FMCSA rule changes that's going to be going to effect beginning of the year, and some that are in litigation right now that's weighing in the balance of going into effect in the near future. I'm happy to see that they are pushing forward on trying to help us out as carriers with the brokers. For those of you that's new to the channel, please, like I said, go and check some of those Carrier First Brokers episodes out. I'm going to continue that series because, like I said, I'm trying to build a relationship with the carriers and brokers. Try to inform people about the relationship between the two and see if we can work together a lot better. Can't do one without the other, so, you know, that's why I try to put some of the issues that I have out there and try to get some feedback from some of you guys and women about things I can do different, and or get some feedback from brokers that's out there that might come across the channel and let me know how we can get past some of these issues. So I'll be doing another Carrier First Brokers Part 5 will be coming in the new year, and we'll probably touch up on some of these things that the FMCSA is proposing. The main thing is going to be on broker and freight forwarding financial responsibilities, and that's going to be going to effect on the 16th of January. And what that's going to do is give us more transparency, and it's going to be focused on, you know, broker integrity and things of that nature. Because brokers, they have the option to look at each and every carrier when we call them and try to book a load. They can check our CSA score and safety rating, and you know, if it's not to their standards, or if we don't have an inspection in a certain state, they can choose not to work with us. We can check the broker score, credit score. You can do that, but you know, some of them don't have a credit score, so some people might take a chance, and that's not a chance that I like to take, but some people do, you know what I'm saying, depending on, you know, the situation. But with this going in on the 16th, you know, you got 32,000 brokers registered with the FMCSA, so that's the majority. And you know, that $75,000 security bond is called a surety bond, but I call it security bond. They're going to have to keep that up, and it's going to be a 7-day period. If somebody files a claim against that bond and they don't pay out on that claim, then they can be suspended, you know, and you know, their business will cease to operate until they get that squared out. So that's going to uphold their integrity and make sure we get paid as carriers on time. I'm hoping they do something about, you know, the payout as far as 30, 60, 90 days, and just, you know, cut it down to 30 days, because us carriers having to wait longer than 30 days, to me, is just, you know, to me, that's just outrageous. I know shippers pay faster than the brokers have to pay, so I think that's one thing they need to get changed. So we should be able to see faster payments, We should be able to look up majority of the brokers' history to see how they pay, how they're conducting their business. And it's going to be kind of harder for brokers to, cut corners and things of that nature. One of the things that I plan on discussing and say, get into more in depth of in the carriers versus brokers part 5 is the issues with the detention pay and the fuel surcharge. I think you have a lot of brokers that, they keep that fuel surcharge for themselves. The shippers, they'll charge the shipper for fuel surcharge and detention and lumper pay up front. The shippers pay out. They know exactly what the receiver's going to charge and things of that nature. So they don't want them to have to call them back and say, hey, we have a problem with this right there or this there. They pretty much pay that money up front. They want their goods transported and arrive there safe with no problem. So that money is pretty much already paid up up front. But if you're a carrier and you're not asking for the fuel surcharge, a broker not just going to offer that, and they pocket that money the majority of the time. So I'm hoping that something else they change, and as far as the transparency, we get to see exactly what's being paid on this load, so we can really negotiate, on our behalf to see what's really being paid out on this load from the shipper as far as detention, lumper, fuel surcharge, so we can really get what we deserve as far as the rate, as far as the carrier is concerned. So that's what I'm looking forward to. Some more issues and stuff that I'm going to discuss on the next carrier versus brokers video that I do. But it's some more things that they're going to be that they're discussing, and that they're trying to make a law. And the one thing that I'm very concerned about is the speed limiters, limiting all trucks to 68 miles per hour. All trucks made after 2003, if I'm not mistaken. 68 miles per hour. I think that's more of the mega carriers lobbying. They have a major influence on these lawmakers, and in my opinion, the FMCSA about what needs to be changed. I think it was them that was pushing the ELDs, because you had the mega carriers using the ELDs first and foremost. Mega carriers like Warner. And I think it's them pushing with this 68 miles per hour. Most mega carriers, their trucks are governed at 65, 63, 68. And they don't like the fact that owner operators can run 70, 75, but you get out there in the West Coast and southern states, speed limit is 70 miles per hour. You know what I'm saying? You want to be able to keep up with traffic. If you got all trucks, it's my opinion, if you got all the trucks going 68 miles, 65 miles per hour, to me it's just going to cause more of a jam. I don't think they like that, because owner operators have that advantage because we can get the loads there a little faster. I think that's mainly what it is. A safety concern, I don't think it's a safety concern. I think it'll be more unsafe if you got trucks going slower, because you got more cars trying to get around bigger trucks. It takes a longer time for a car to get around a truck. If you got more trucks drag racing down the road, hogging up, blocking 2 lanes, because one going 67 and the other one going 63, and you going up and down hills. I know you people that seen it. Trucks drag racing because one is a couple miles per hour faster than the other, and they want to go around because riding behind that one going 63. Now you got to go 60, but you can go 68. So you're gonna try to get around, and it might take 5 to 10 minutes to get around, and then traffic got to wait. I think you'll see more of that You'll see more trucks on the road because, you know, that's going to bring everybody down to the same speed. It's going to take longer to get the loads delivered, and it's going to be more of a traffic jam. So I don't think that 68 miles per hour is a good thing to do. So I'm going to keep my eye on that and see how that work plays out. The hours of service, currently we're on 11 hours driving, 14-hour days, 10-hour breaks. I think they need to revisit that. Before 2003 or 2004, it was 10-hour driving, 8-hour breaks, and you can do split breaks. You can drive for 5 hours, take a 10-hour break. Take an 8-hour break and drive for 10 hours. You can get up to 16. You can get 16 hours of driving in one day before, you know what I'm saying? And that was kind of, to me, that was the better option. With this 11 driving hours, 14-hour days, you have more drivers driving, to me, unsafe. You know, when they're tired, they're pushing it, because once you get your clock started, you know, that 14 hours, that time start ticking. And when you get to a pickup, you got to think about it. If you only got 11 hours driving and you only got a 14-hour day, you got a pickup. That pickup can take anywhere between 30 minutes to 2 hours, and majority take at least 2 hours. Once those 2 hours is gone, that's 2 hours out your day. Now you only got your 11 hours to drive, and you got to take a 30-minute break. So that's cutting into your driving time. You might have to take a 30-minute. You're gonna have to take a 30-minute break within your first 8 hours. You'd have been sitting at the customer or the pickup for 2 hours or more. So that's why you got more drivers out there driving unsafe, because they're tired, they can't afford to take a break, and they're trying to maximize their time. You can't do split breaks now, 2 and 8 or 8 to 2. But it's still a lot more difficult to do that, especially with the parking crisis. You know, I think they need to do something about giving us more infrastructure as far as parking, or allowing us to park at some of these places without us worrying about getting towed or the police knocking on your door telling you gotta move. It's very uncomfortable. That's one thing I wish they would touch on as far as the FMCSA. So that's the rule change that's going to be going into effect on the 16th. The broker and freight forwarders' financial responsibility. Keep a lookout on that. Keep a lookout on the speed limiters. Keep an eye on that legislation. I know it was posted on the website and then it was taken down. So we're just going to keep an eye on that. Hopefully, like I said, they revisit the hours of service. Maybe give us an option. And keep an eye on that. And I think, you know, I was talking to some other drivers, like on the 68 miles per hour, getting their opinion on it. And one driver had a good suggestion as far as, you know, majority of states won't allow trucks to travel in the left lane. Said no trucks in the left 2 lanes or left lane. So we're negated to staying in the inside lanes of traffic. And the issue that we run into a lot is we have the on and off ramps to our right. So we're always looking at traffic coming on the interstate. So you always got to either slow down or try to get over. Slow down or try to get over for the incoming traffic, because a lot of people don't realize that you're supposed to yield coming on to the interstate. But a lot of people, you know, think they're privileged, that, you know, people are supposed to just slow down and let you in, which I'll let them in most of the time. And if I got somebody on the left side, I'll throw the hazards on to let them know, or try to let them know that I ain't getting over. You're gonna have to slow down, or it's gonna be bad for you. So but with the 68 miles per hour, if they're going to do that, I think they need to let us ride in the left lane as far as trucks, to keep us away from that oncoming traffic, so we won't have to switch lanes so much, so it wouldn't be so much commotion. You keep us in the left lane, we can just go ahead and about our business. The cars can deal with the oncoming traffic. So I think, that's one thing I think they really need to look at if they're going to try to push the 68 mile per hour speed limit. So I would like to get some feedback on that. You guys can drop some feedback in the comments about any of the topics that I just discussed: the broker, financial responsibility, transparency, as well as the 68 miles per hour limiters, as well as the hours to service. Do you think we need to have an option, or whether you want to run 10 to 8 or 11-14? Some of the issues that you may be having or concerns that you may be having, and you would like the FMCSA to discuss. And that's about it. I appreciate y'all for stopping by. Like I said, I'm going to give my peak season review here in a couple weeks. At the first of the year, I'm out here still trucking, doing what I got to do. And happy holidays to everybody. Wish everybody have a safe and happy holidays. Thank y'all for checking in once again. It's your boy Boss Rider, checking in for Navigate Logistics. Don't forget to give me that like. You can join the tribe and subscribe. And you can share if you really care. Peace.